What if I told you that a humble man from Buenos Aires would become one of the most influential religious leaders of our time, breaking centuries of tradition to bring revolutionary changes to one of the world's oldest institutions? This is the remarkable story of Jorge Mario Bergoglio, better known to the world as Pope Francis. Born on December 13, 1936, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, Jorge grew up in a middle-class family of Italian immigrants. His father was a railway worker, and his mother was a housewife. These modest beginnings would later shape his understanding of ordinary people's struggles and his commitment to social justice. As a young man, Bergoglio worked as a chemical technician and even worked as a bouncer at a nightclub, a surprising detail that humanizes this future spiritual leader. But his true calling emerged when he decided to enter the Society of Jesus, becoming a Jesuit novice in 1958. His path to priesthood wasn't always smooth. He suffered a life-threatening respiratory illness in his youth, requiring the removal of part of his lung, an experience that taught him the value of resilience. During Argentina's military dictatorship in the 1970s, Bergoglio served as the head of the Jesuit order in Argentina. This period would later become a source of controversy, with some questioning his role during these turbulent times. However, evidence suggests he worked quietly behind the scenes to help those persecuted by the regime, hiding people in his church and helping them escape the country. Rising through the ranks of the Catholic Church, Bergoglio became Archbishop of Buenos Aires in 1998 and was made a cardinal by Pope John Paul II in 2001. His leadership style was marked by humility and concern for the poor. He was known for taking public transportation instead of using a chauffeur-driven car, cooking his own meals, and living in a simple apartment rather than the ornate bishop's residence. Then came the historic moment that would change his life and the Catholic Church forever. On March 13, 2013, following Pope Benedict XVI's unprecedented resignation, Bergoglio was elected as the 266th Pope of the Catholic Church. He chose the name Francis in honor of Saint Francis of Assisi, known for his dedication to the poor and his love for nature, a clear signal of the direction his papacy would take. From his first appearance on the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, Pope Francis has broken with tradition. He asked the crowd to pray for him before he blessed them, a gesture of humility that would become his trademark. He declined to live in the papal apartments, choosing instead to reside in the more modest Vatican guest house. His papacy has been marked by significant reforms and a more progressive approach to various issues. He has taken strong stands on climate change, publishing the encyclical Laudato Si in 2015, which called for urgent action to protect our environment. He's worked to address the Church's sexual abuse crisis, implementing new procedures for accountability and meeting with survivors. Pope Francis has also shown unprecedented openness to dialogue with other faiths and those who hold different views. He's reached out to the LGBTQ+ community, famously saying, "Who am I to judge?" when asked about gay priests. While maintaining Catholic doctrine, he's emphasized compassion and inclusion over condemnation. His leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic demonstrated his ability to adapt ancient traditions to modern challenges. The image of him praying alone in an empty St. Peter's Square during the 2020 lockdown became a powerful symbol of hope and solidarity during the global crisis. "A little bit of mercy makes the world less cold and more just," he once said, encapsulating his philosophy of leading with compassion and understanding rather than rigid doctrine. This approach has earned him both devoted followers and critics within the Church. Under his leadership, the Vatican has undergone significant financial reforms, working to increase transparency and root out corruption. He's restructured the Vatican bureaucracy, giving more power to women and lay people in church governance, unprecedented moves in the institution's history. Pope Francis has shown particular concern for migrants and refugees, consistently advocating for their rights and dignity. His first papal trip outside Rome was to the island of Lampedusa, where he highlighted the plight of Mediterranean migrants. He's washed the feet of refugees during Holy Thursday services and encouraged Catholic parishes to host refugee families. His diplomatic efforts have also been noteworthy. He played a crucial role in restoring diplomatic relations between the United States and Cuba in 2014. He's visited war-torn countries and conflict zones, always advocating for peace and reconciliation. Despite health challenges, including his recent hospitalizations, Pope Francis continues to maintain an active schedule and push for reform. His leadership style, focusing on mercy, environmental stewardship, and social justice, has reshaped the public perception of the papacy and the Catholic Church. Today, Pope Francis continues to challenge both the Church and the world to create a more just and sustainable future. His influence extends far beyond the Catholic Church, as he addresses global issues like climate change, economic inequality, and peace. Through his words and actions, he demonstrates that even ancient institutions can adapt to address modern challenges while staying true to their core values. His legacy, still in the making, represents a bridge between traditional Catholic values and contemporary global challenges. From the streets of Buenos Aires to the halls of the Vatican, his journey embodies the power of humility, compassion, and dedication to making the world a better place for all humanity.